Structure 17. I've been running in it now like a month, I think.
I got about 100, 120 miles on mine so far.
For once, and I probably have 100, 150 miles on mine as well.
The fit, Nike tends to run a little shorter, but I've been in an 8.5 in a lot of things, and the 8.5 worked fine. So that seems to be, maybe they're ironing that out a little bit.
This 2/3 of that underneath of your foot is going to be a more structured density foam, so it's more supportive. Then the outside has that nice soft crash pad, a little softer foam substance.
I do think compared to the last model, and then especially the model before it, it feels just a little bit stiffer. It's that I had kind of always put it in the light stability. I think it's edging its way over maybe to just a stability.
Decoupled heel here, so when you land on that, it flexes nice and smooth, and they keep it on the outside very smooth and flexible and decoupled all the way through here. On the inside, you'll see right here what they do is they fill that in a little bit. What they're giving you is a nice stable landing.
It's been a shoe I've probably enjoyed more than some of the stuff that I've had recently.
So as a big overpronator, it's given you enough support?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You call him Tom, a big old pronator?
I like the laces because they lace and tie down really easily, and the tongue is not too bulky. Sometimes that gets extra fat.
On the medial side of this shoe, they have a nice arch wrap here that will really cinch up through the arch, and if I get it close enough to the camera, you can kind of see the weave underneath there. And what they do is they do that on the inside of the shoe, but not on the outside, and so what you get is you really fill that up in your arch where you need the support.
And then one other thing that I've heard a lot of people saying before they try it on is that it looks like there's not a lot of structure to the top of the shoe, but they've done it kind of with the weave and the fabric rather than a lot of overlays, which takes some of that weight out. So it's still nice and structured on the top. It's just not something you see or necessarily feel when you put your hand on it, but you feel it when you put the shoe on. So.
Thing to mention is that this rise of the shoe on top rises a bit less than the older versions of the structure. So people that felt like it was too roomy, this might cinch down on you and feel real good. If you have a real high instep, be ready for that because it does run a little slimmer. I was worried about I have a pretty high instep, but what I found is it locks you down. It feels nice, almost like a racing flat feel when you cinch it down, but it hasn't rubbed me the wrong way.
But I think it feels good. It feels smooth when I run in it. It's nice and light.
This is 10.4 ounces on the guys side, which the Pegasus is only 10.2 ounces. So 0.2 ounces and you get a stability shoe. So if you're someone that needs stability but you're always complaining about having a heavy shoe, this isn't heavy. The structure still keeps that waffle outsole on the front end, so you still get traction for sloppy, messy roads in the winter without having to do a trail shoe or something that becomes a little stiffer feeling or heavier. This has been a really good shoe so far. They make it in a shield version for wintertime, which is wind and water resistant.
I've had really good luck with it so far, and we're going to put some more miles on and see how it goes.